Happy Friday, my friends. This is a very short and brief video. Right now, these are some sketches for a comic I'm been working on for a while, called Clutch Burns. And I want to do some character sketches of Clutch. He's a demolition derby driver who gets involved in the intergalactic demolition derby. It's going to be a lot of fun. Another thing is, I did this painting the other day, and if you're following me on Instagram, you would have already have seen it. If not, well, here it be. Yeah, it's a pretty big painting, so yeah. With the recent talks of the end of comics, because of two companies, I wanted to get on here and I want to spout a little bit, because I don't usually do this sort of thing, but I'm going to today. I'm going to run my mouth a minute. But you're not limited to what you can do financially. You're really not. If you've got an idea for a comic book or whatever, you have a lot of options nowadays, and especially if you're creating your own stuff. And if you're not creating your own stuff, hey, that's cool and stuff, and you're trying to get in with the big league, go for it. It's a long, hard road. If you can get in, congratulations. If you can't, no worries, because here's what we're going to tell you today. One, say if you don't have the ability to, create your own stuff, but you can draw really well and want to do comics, take some public domain comics of yesteryear and redraw them with your own style. You can find those at comicbookplus.com, and I think Digital Comics something, and I'll have links to these down below in the description. You can do that, or you can take public domain books, Frankenstein, Dracula, Tom Sawyer, old Jules Verne books, and do stories with that. 20,000 Leagues Beneath the Sea, and all that cool stuff's available for you to tell your own versions of. And like I said, it's okay. It's there for you to use. That's why it's there. I'd love to see a modern look at some of this stuff with young, fresh eyes, looking at some of this stuff, see what they can come up with. I think I need to bring that up a little bit. But anyway, these are just sketches. But you can do that. Right. Then your other option is, collaborate with someone else, create like that. But then what do you do with them when you get done with the comics? Oh, well, I could go to a publisher and, knock on doors and get turned down 800 million times. No, you don't. You have your own options. If you don't mind a little bit of technology, you could do Smack Jeeves, which is a digital online comic place, and not a lot of restrictions on there. It's kind of open, which I kind of like. Having a little bit of freedom. But if you are of the old school persuasion, oh, by the way, if you do use Smack Jeeves, the instructions are simple and clear. Just follow them. Everything will work out and it'll look great. Okay. Now, as for if you old school and you want print comics, they have that available as well. Not at Smack Jeeves, but you can do this as a print-on-demand book from Lulu.com. Lulu's a self-publisher, helps self-publishers make their own books, blah, 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 blah. You can look it up for yourself and read the instructions, and it's real easy to do. You can even get global distribution if you follow their rules, you know, and all that good stuff. Stuff ends up on Amazon and then Barnes and Noble and all that good stuff. You also have the option of going through Kablam's Printing's Indie Planet, and that is a great place. They make the comics however you want to make them. You just follow their instructions, and you know, make sure one thing I do recommend is you double check your stuff before you send it to them, and then when you order your personal copy, to see, you know, how everything looks. Just double check it, triple check it, make sure you like it, and then when you do, then click the button to sell it on Indie Planet, and it'll be up there eventually. And it has a, you know, has a built-in audience. It's like a built-in independent comic book shop, and they've got all kinds of good independent comics in there of every genre. It's all there. I got into a discussion this morning with another creator, an indie curator, and he and several other people have been really worried or distraught about this whole folding of Marvel or DC Comics. Well, you have to remember, there were comics before Marvel and DC, and there'll be comics after Marvel and DC. Now, another option for indie creators out there who are, you know, trying to, you know, or even if you just want to test the waters, I say make you a black and white book, take it over to Office Max and or your local print shop, and make little foldy comics, little 5.5 by 8.5, I think, folded comics. It's a typing sheet size piece of paper. Do I have anything in here about that size? Don't think so. But anyway, you take those, you fold them up, you draw on them, you take them over to the copy shop, make your copies, take it around, you know, either get people to look at it or you know, get them to do something, you know, check them out and let people see what they think. And then when you get a good liking to stuff, you can start selling these little DIY copy comics. You know, I used to sell them at the manufacturing plant I worked at. It got me a little bit of gas money and soda pop money, bought my lunch on Friday sometimes. Fun stuff. But, yeah, so I just wanted to touch base on all that good stuff. So if you're a comic creator and you're like, well, you know, if I can't get into the big two, then I might as well just give up. Well, why give up? just because you won't get to draw Spider-Man, who cares? You could do it later. Some indie creators have become so popular that they've been invited to work for Marvel and or DC. So just be patient, create yourself, your books yourself. What I'm trying to say, blah, blah, blah. Create them yourself, make it happen. And just enjoy that, the process and the building of it, everything. Do it on the side, while you're trying to build everything up. That way, you don't just quit your day job and jump right in. And you don't want to do that. But yeah, build yourself up, build your audience, all that good stuff. And if you are doing a print book, this just come to my mind. I need to try this. Is show some of the pages on the Smack Jeeves free digital online website, and then put a link down below in the description on that, showing where you can order the print copies of the book, and then various merchandise and things like that to help you get it going. I'm just doing a scribble here because I just want to draw. Yeah, if you want to create, go create, have fun with that, enjoy every minute of it. Don't let what other companies are doing, or let what people are saying influence what you're trying to do, because when it's all said and done, you're going to make comics. If you like them that much and you enjoy them, you're going to make the comics. I remember in high school, I used to grab the newspaper and read the Dick Tracy strips in there, and I enjoyed that and Alley-Oop. I really enjoyed that back in the 80s. But I also read comic books too. So either way you go, there's going to be somewhere you can be creative with this sort of medium. You just got to look for it. So I'm going to go ahead and wind this up because this video is running longer than it should have. I wish you all peace and a wonderful weekend. God bless. Bye-bye.
Vance Kepley is a self-taught artist who has worked in various mediums, including drawing, painting, and graphic design for over 20 years. He now has his designs here on TeePublic. Old school, unique, stylish. He is also available to help you with your original TeePublic designs. Make sure you visit Vance Kepley Art 1972 at teepublic.com. You'll be glad you did.